I wanted to just show you how easy this is. With the dashboard, I don't think I need this right now. With the dashboard, as you can see, we just have our header. But what I wanted to show on the dashboard is I wanted to show our different discussions and our replies to those discussions based on who wasn't the user that's logged in at this point. So you don't want the actual user that is looking at their dashboard to see their own replies to the original discussions that they created. You want to see the replies to your replies to the discussions or what have you. So what we'll do is we're going to just make a couple of wrappers here. Dashboard, I'll call this dashboard. I'm looking at that clock because I want to go. Dashboard, discussions, and we'll do dashboard replies or responses. I think it was responses, right? We're going to put all of this into a div. No, what am I doing? Dashboard body. All right, do that. So I want to put this into a div because we want to kind of separate the two of them. Your dashboard is basically your what you've done, your tasks. It's not really anything about your person because you're the only one seeing it. So let's go to our let's go to our users. So we already have the user set right now. So we're already sending the user object to the dashboard. So first let's do this. And we'll just go dashboard heading. And we'll go your discussions. And we'll go dashboard heading responses. So the way a forum works, the reason why I didn't tag any forum to the specific user in terms of relationships is because the forum in itself is kind of like a user. It's sort of been created specifically under these specific topics. Then the discussion is what the users create within. Like if I was going to do something a little bit more intricate, I would have administrators and I would have regular users and everything like that. And the administrator would be the only group of people, the administrators could be the only ones that make the forums that are just there. And then from the forums like general discussion or specific topics or whatever, from there the users can start the discussion with a specific entry. But I didn't do that because I don't want to go nuts with it and everything. So we're going to do that and then we'll just have this. So let's change that up a bit. Let's go to our pages. I haven't even done anything here with dashboards, but let's go dashboard and page. And we'll go, let's say, dashboard body. Gotta do this quick. And we'll go display, my favorite display of flex. And we'll go justify content. Space between. We'll do that, and then we'll do dashboard discussions, dashboard responses. We'll give it a border and we'll just do a very light border so you know it's there. We'll also do a padding. 5 pixels because I don't want everything squished around it. We'll do width of 350 because I want some space between, especially with that. These two. So should probably make it space around, but no, space between is fine. And we're going to do, let's just say a height of, we'll pin the height and we'll do an overflow of auto. And border radius. I'll just do a 5 pixel border radius. So we have that. Okay. So with that in tow, let's make these a little bigger. With that in tow, we're going to make the dashboard heading. Dashboard heading. We will make it font size of 20. We'll say text align center. We'll say margin top 5 pixels, margin bottom 5 pixels. Well, 10 pixels. And we'll say font family Oswald, Cobblepot, and Arial. Okay. And there's our dashboard header. This is recording, right? Okay. So what we could do with our controller is we could just get the discussions. We just say discussion equals discussion, where, you know, ID equals user ID, and we could just say get, you know, we could do that, and we can just pass that to here with the compact function. But with relationships, it's a little bit different. You don't need to go through that. You can just simply go like this. We'll just go dashboard interior, and we'll make that for both. And we could just say, in this, we can go, right, we can go like this. If, and we can get the user object, and we can go with the actual relationship, just say discussion, and then do a count on that. Count is less than 1, then we'll say, we'll have a paragraph of class of no data saying no fucking discussions. Else we'll produce stop doing that. We'll produce something here that's based off the user and the discussions, and I can explain that later. But so if we hit refresh, we're going to have no fucking discussions. And the reason why we were able to do that is because with the relationships, and this is why you want to pit your relationships in a specific manner. With the relationships, the user has many discussions. So since the user has many discussions, it's connected to the discussions, and everything that that these discussions contain in their tables, you can now relate to the users. So now the user, since the user has no discussions here, we can use the count functionality to tell the framework, hey, look at the user, and within the user, everyone look for any of the discussions within the user model, any of the discussions model, look for anything where that user is present. And since that user since user 1 doesn't have any discussions at this point, there aren't any fucking discussions. But if we do start posting discussions, and we will once we get to the form functionality and everything, then we'll post the discussions. Now with the responses, because of the fact that the responses, excuse me, I got carried here. Because of the fact that the responses are actually connected to the discussions, we can also go if user discussion response count. Let me just make sure that we can do that. And we could do pretty much the same thing. When you want to actually extract them, we'll get to that later. But when you want to actually distract them, when you want to extract them from these relationships, it depends on whether or not you have singulars, like if you have a one to or a many to. Yeah, I can't do it like that. Okay, right. So we have to actually get that. Okay, so hold on. Yeah, we can't relate it that way. We have to. It's you see how it gave me that error that response does not. We have to actually get the discussion. Basically, because it's a has many, this right here is sort of like it's a list of items. It's like an array. So we can't just go. We have to actually singular out each array to each response array. So like I was saying, it's a little bit more intricate. We can't just do it like this. We're gonna actually have to get it and then let me see if I can do that. Hold on. Get and then response. I don't think that's gonna work either. But we have to actually get the too few arguments. We have to actually get. Let me just. Well, yeah, no, I could just do it like this for now. We'll just do this. If you don't have any discussions, you don't have any replies right now. Because let's just do that to make it look right. So, and again, what we want to do with the responses is we want to go a step further. We want to make sure it's just responses that are not from the actual user. But like I was saying, when it comes to has many relationships, you have to sort of get each individual discussion and then get each individual response from those discussions. So it's a little bit more intricate. We'll get into that later. Right now I have to leave. Well, I don't have to leave, but I kind of want to leave. So right now I'm going to get out of here and I will get us started with this. And then later on we'll kind of get the dashboard out of here and just do the profile. We'll do the profile styling. We'll do the update profile. And then at that point, when we're done with that, which shouldn't take that long, we're going to do the form itself. We'll actually use the Ajax updates and real-time updates. So it shouldn't be that much longer because, again, as you can see with Laravel and relationships and its eloquent language and everything, it's really not that difficult. And these websites take a snap to make. So I'll see you in a bit.